Welcome back, everyone. It's finally spring break.
As always, we have a very exciting show for you today. We'll take a look at some of the news and highlights from the world of music and, of course, our top 10 list.
This week, we'll also take a look at the latest music from Kendrick Lamar and Macklemore, so get your popcorn ready and let's get this show on the road.
Our first story was quite a surprise for everybody as Kendrick Lamar released Untitled Unmastered.
The surprise album is a collection of demos and unreleased songs from his previous album, To Pimp a Butterfly, but it's really interesting to see how these mixtapes led to his finished product.
Even though these are just demos and it isn't a complete album, the quality of these tracks is still really impressive. You can find Untitled Unmastered on iTunes or Spotify.
After lots of conclusion jumping by Page Six and other media outlets, the Foo Fighters released a video dismissing any rumors about them breaking up. Speculation about the band's fate has been going on since they announced a hiatus after their most recent album.
The video, which was titled Official Band Announcement, mocked the idea of Dave Grohl starting a solo career and those other guys searching for a replacement. Even though it wasn't real, the group made a list of replacements that included Gwen Stefani and Nick Lachey. You know, it would be pretty funny to see Nick Lachey lead Foo Fighters.
Hello friends! If you're traveling for spring break, hopefully you have these songs on your road trip playlist. If not, well, you might as well just stay home and rethink every decision you've made in life.
This is the ultimate song to help you get psyched for the long trip ahead. The moment you hear Shot Through the Heart, everyone will be pumped and ready to hit the road.
The Big Lebowski might hate the Eagles, but if you're the one hitting the road this week, you'll be thankful they created this easygoing tune to help you pass the time.
Nothing helps ease the tension of a road trip like 1,000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton. The song is corny, but it's guaranteed to keep everyone upbeat and singing along.
Send Me On My Way is that song nobody really knows, but when you hear it, you say, oh yeah, this is from that one movie. The biggest reason this made the list was because the lead singer sort of looks like Theon Greyjoy, which explains how he hits the high notes.
You've just been pulled over by the police and need a way to show how anti-establishment you are without hitting NWA levels. Well, We're Not Gonna Take It is the perfect song to toe that line.
So it sounds like vinyl isn't the only old school form of media making a comeback. At least for Eminem it isn't. The real Slim Shady plans on releasing the Slim Shady LP on cassette. Now it is a bit odd to have any kind of physical media release these days when you can just buy a song on iTunes. But it's kind of cool to see how technology has grown.
Just 1 month before they enter the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the band Cheap Trick released their single, When I Wake Up Tomorrow. Cheap Trick's Rick Nielsen told Rolling Stone the song reminds him of a sultry David Bowie song. The full album, titled Bang Zoom Crazy Hello, will be released on April 1st, just 1 week before they're immortalized into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
The internet is a strange place filled with wild ideas and theories, and honestly, this might be the weirdest story ever. A YouTube video from 2014 has resurfaced claiming that Katy Perry is in fact JonBenet Ramsey, all grown up.
Not sure who that is? Don't worry. Most of America has forgotten about the tragic and mysterious death of the 6-year-old child beauty pageant contestant.
It's weird how the video is claiming JonBenet's death was a cover-up so she could eventually grow up to be Katy Perry. I mean, how exactly does that work?
I have no idea, honestly, but this isn't even the strangest thing Katy Perry has been involved in. Do you remember Russell Brand? Married to that guy for 2 years.
That's the annoying British guy who plays an annoying British guy in every movie he's in.
Yep.
I mean, I get John Mayer and now she's apparently dating Legolas, but did JonBenet really fake her death at 6 years old so she can marry, then divorce, a failed comedian?
Fans of SNL's Lonely Island have been waiting a long time for more information about the upcoming movie. Earlier this month on Jimmy Kimmel, Andy Samberg revealed the poster for the upcoming film, and it's expected to hit the big screen later this summer.
Hopefully it's just a really long version of the Jack Sparrow song they did. We need more Michael Bolton songs like that.
A few weeks ago, Drake's verbal punching bag had another setback in his life as his probation required to also stay under house arrest. Meek Mill has been under probation for years, and after violating a while back in Philadelphia, a judge added house arrest and a few other conditions.
I think I could do house arrest. I mean, it's not like he can't just record albums at home, right?
Well, that's actually one of the conditions. Meek Mill can't produce anything new for the next 3 months.
I'm not sure what he did to deserve that, but after he lost that beef with Drake a while back, I'm sure the punishment fits the crime. Hey, Sonia, have you ever tried eating crickets before?
I don't think so, Charlie.
I'm sure it tastes better than it sounds, but apparently Nas, the famous rapper behind such hits as If I Ruled the World, has invested in a protein bar made from crickets.
It's Nas, and he's actually making music with Kanye and French Montana, and I think that's the more relevant story about Nas today.
Who really cares about the music side of this show?
The other day, we realized we have a lot of Kanye West stories to talk about this week.
Homeboy can't seem to lay low.
So we decided to make a segment called Kanye's World, which is a breakdown of all the exciting things that Kanye does and says throughout the week.
There was the man who nobody
I am Warhol.
listened to.
I am the #1 most impactful artist of our generation. I am Shakespeare in the flesh.
There used to be only one way to listen to Kanye's latest album, and that was through Tidal, and it required a $10 a month subscription. Well, rest easy, ladies and gentlemen, because now you can listen to The Life of Pablo through the popular website Pornhub for free.
How did you find that one out?
Oh, Matt, the director, told me.
Hey, stick to the script, please.
Oh, well, a friend told me.
Interesting. Does this friend linger on adult websites often?
Anyways, where were we? Oh, yeah, if you haven't heard his latest album, there are now more than a few ways to listen to it.
On the bright side, if your spouse is browsing Pornhub, he or she is probably just looking for the latest Kanye album.
Yeah, probably.
Kanye threatened to sue the Pirate Bay a few weeks ago for distributing his album. While he isn't the first artist to get upset at the website, he might be one of the first to post a picture of himself using the music service.
He had a pretty solid excuse as well. I think he said the computer belonged to a friend, but normally when people say that, they're totally lying.
But you just used the same excuse a minute ago.
Oh, well, obviously I'm not lying, but it's very common for people to lie in that situation.
Our final Kanye story of the day takes us to Twitter, where Kanye got in an argument with some dude who wears a Mickey Mouse head.
Normally there are no winners in these little Twitter spats, but Kanye may have won this one.
Yeah, I especially liked when he asked if Deadmau5 had a Minnie Mouse helmet that he could wear to his daughter's birthday party.
Well, that's all we have for Kanye's World today. Hopefully we never have to come back.
There was the man who nobody listened to, no matter how loud the man spoke.
Hey, can you believe Cable 8 is sending us on a road trip? It'll be fun to see some of the awesome spring break destinations in the USA.
I know. At first I didn't believe it, but then I thought about all the hard work we do and I realized it's about time the show offered us some perks.
I know, right? I mean, my agent hustled hard to make sure I got at least $500 for this gig.
Wait, you actually get paid for this?
We actually shouldn't talk about numbers on air, and we have a long trip ahead of us, so let's get started. Oh my god, it's so cold.
Whose bright idea was it to send us to a beach in the Northwest?
I don't know, but let's get out of here.
Next up, we're in Cleveland.
Hi, we're in Cleveland.
Here we are in fabulous Las Vegas, where you can win a fortune and gamble it away in a matter of minutes.
We totally need to meet one of those Elvis impersonators.
Maybe.
What do you mean, maybe? Viva Las Vegas is the anthem for this town.
Yeah, but Elvis is old and dead.
Dead? Maybe you'll fall for that, but it's obvious he was abducted by aliens.
Obvious? How is it obvious? Anyway, screw it. Let's go to our next spot.
Can you feel it, Allie?
Feel what?
The presence of DJ Khaled.
Oh, that's right. We're in Miami. Yes, Miami is where the immortal DJ Khaled lives, and if you're lucky enough to end up here for spring break, Maybe he'll give you some of that amazing advice.
Don't ever play yourself.
Hey, can we go somewhere I like for once?
They don't want you to go where you want to go.
Who's they?
I'm not sure, but DJ Khaled talks about them a lot. Bless up. Yes, I love Disneyland.
Really? We have to go somewhere else I don't want to go?
Oh, come on, Allie. Maybe we'll get to see Gaston. Hopefully he'll rebel after she betrayed him for that beast.
Wait, you were rooting for Gaston in that movie? You do realize he's the bad guy, right?
There's two sides to every story. Besides, no one looks quite like Gaston.
You girls have permission to shoot here? If not, you better stay out of Disneyland.
Oh my god, it's Mickey!
He seems pretty upset.
I'll stick Pluto on you if you don't leave now. And I better not see this on YouTube or I'll sue you back to the Stone Age.
I think we better do what he says, Emily.
That was interesting. We traveled to so many different places.
Do you think Mickey was just having a bad day?
Yeah, I'm sure that's it. Anyways, back to you, Charlie and Sonia.
2 weeks ago, Macklemore released This Unruly Mess I've Made, and we couldn't think of a more appropriate title. The album isn't bad by any means, however, it doesn't have the same hip-hop vibe we got in The Heist.
The album is well produced. Ryan Lewis did one heck of a job mixing and putting everything together. It's just a shame that lyrically the album is empty.
To be fair, The Heist is a tough album to follow, so maybe that's part of the reason why the album isn't getting great reviews.
There's one track on this album that really just doesn't belong, and unfortunately it's White Privilege too, which is just a bad song. The worst part is the track comes off as self-serving, which we get it, you have to sell records, but he had a chance to make an impact or leave an impression, and he failed.
Overall, This Unruly Mess I Made is an average album. Downtown is a good track, but unlike The Heist, there's no thrift shop or Can't Hold Us, so you quickly forget about all the other tracks that are on it, which is a good thing in the case of White Privilege too. Thanks, Mac.
While your destination is probably a bit more pleasant, Highway to Hell by AC/DC is a classic road trip song. Once this enters your playlist, your inner rock star will emerge, and everyone will be chanting, Highway to Hell.
This is easily the slowest song on the list, but once Bohemian Rhapsody picks up steam, your foot will be pushing the pedal to the metal as you and your friends do your best Wayne's World impersonation.
Alright, not everyone will be going somewhere interesting over break, but Intergalactic by the Beastie Boys can make the most casual drive seem like an adventure into the final frontier.
It's been scientifically proven that it's impossible not to nod your head throughout this amazing song. Just ask a Scientomologist. See?
All aboard! At number 1, we have the immortal Ozzy Osbourne, an amazing song, Crazy Train. With one of the most memorable opening riffs ever, this song will get your road trip off to the perfect start and is guaranteed to set the tone for craziness throughout the week.
I don't know about you guys, but earlier when I heard that Dave Grohl was going solo, I felt bad the band was breaking up, but at the same time I completely understood.
Yeah, how so?
Well, you guys wouldn't understand, but great artists like Dave and I don't like to be held back, and sometimes you just have to see what it would be like to go solo.
I should feel insulted, but right now I'm just amazed at how disconnected from reality you are.
Yeah, if anyone could relate to Dave Grohl's situation, it's Allie and I.
Yeah, Sonia, if you want to compare our show to any group, we'd be NSYNC, and we're clearly the Justin of the group.
Well, that means one of us has to be Joey Fatone, not it.
Well, that's all the time we have for you today. Hopefully you enjoyed the show, and we hope you have a happy spring break.
I'm not worried about zombies, the sun exploding or a worldwide disease. It's all a ploy to sell movies. I've got it all figured out. I'm not worried about some asteroid, Planet X or War of Man Detroit. The thing that really keeps me up at night is a threat we've never defined. I am a prophet of the sea, here to say